As you know from earlier videos, we are starting this year with a challenge, 5-part challenge where we are focusing on how to have a big life. And the challenge is focused around changing the direction, the course of your life ship. And the description of the analogy of the life ship comes from a quote that I really love, which is, "A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for." Building on our conversation from last video, if you don't know my story, I shared it in detail in my bio, and I will include a link in the description below. But I had 2 second chances in my life. Both were health related. One occurred when I was 16 and one occurred a few years ago when I was 32. Both times I knew change was necessary before I became incredibly ill. Although the first time around I was too young to recognize all the lessons and make necessary adjustments fast enough. And the second time around, maybe because I was older and obviously because I had a lot more knowledge, I realized that it was basically life hitting me in the head with a brick because I wasn't doing the right things. I wasn't living the life I was supposed to live. And it was like life was telling me, hey, you have important things to do and you're wasting valuable time, and we waited long enough for you to wake up to that and make necessary adjustments, big enough necessary adjustments. And since you are not doing it yourself, we are going to do it for you. And at that time, I was pursuing my mission to some degree. I was working at night, in AM hours of the night, trying to get some of it going, get some of the life's work going, but it wasn't enough. It was too little, too slow. And what I was thinking is I could stretch it for a few more years to attend to my obligations. And there were other factors as well. I felt I had to save more money, gain more skills, and become more financially independent, financially stable before I could go on my own and do my life's work full-time, or at least part-time in a meaningful way. Because my job at the time was not allowing it to do in any meaningful way. It was just all-consuming job. At the time, I accepted this way of living as a temporary problem. I thought I could stretch it for a few more years to meet my obligations to the leaders of the company who hired me. And there were other factors as well. I felt I had to save more money, gain more skills, and become more financially stable before I could go on and do my work and kind of be on my own, be an entrepreneur, and or at least do my life's work to a meaningful degree part-time. And from financial perspective, my career was going really well. I was a corporate banker on Bay Street, Canada's Wall Street. I was managing a portfolio of over $1 billion, and I was making way more money than most of my peers. I was more senior than many of my former MBA classmates. In fact, at that time, I may have been the most senior person in my graduating class. I remember meeting a former MBA classmate in a food court, and he asked me, "What's your position in the company?" And when I told him, his eyes became twice as big. And when I moved back to consulting, there was a classmate who was also working in the same company, and she was 2 levels below me, even though she joined right after MBA and I just joined that company. Yet I knew I was not doing my life's work, and I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was wasting valuable time. And even though I made an adjustment to be closer to my life's work, I took on a new role just a few months before I got sick, which was much more meaningful work for me. And I was doing my life's work at night, literally, like I said, during the night AM hours, because my day job was so all-consuming. Life still made it very clear to me that the change I made was too slow and too little. I was lucky to get a second chance in life twice. Well, more than twice. I'm not counting near-death experiences not related to health. But let's not overcomplicate this. And as a side note, those other experiences were happening for the same reason, the wrong focus, the wrong path, being on the wrong path, not doing the work you're supposed to do. It was all happening to nudge me with stronger and stronger nudges. And I am grateful life forced my hand in 2014 to make the change that I knew was necessary, but which I could not do fast enough on my own. So as we discussed in the last video, if you think you are leading a life of quiet desperation or a barely content life, my advice is to make a change without waiting for that life-changing event. Illness, being attacked on the street, they come in many, many forms to force your hand. We recently spoke about defensive case interviews. This is defensive living. When you call the shots, you take defensive corrections and don't let life harshly kick you in the right lane because you were ignoring all the nudges and subtle messages. This is defensive living. If you are living a life that is one of quiet desperation or barely content, the only way it can be possible is if you are in the wrong lane, on the wrong path. And if you are on the wrong path, the time to act is now. I truly believe that if you don't make the necessary adjustments yourself, it will be done for you, and in a soul-crushing way often. So let this video be a warning and a blessing. If you are like me, you may have a plan in place and think that a plan is enough. But if you still feel that strong nagging feeling inside and dreading your days, your plan and what you are doing towards it is not enough. It will be enough when you stop feeling the strong nagging from inside that you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing. So if you feel that nagging, that's your signal. It's hard to argue that when we are on the wrong path, we get kicks in the behind and sometimes in the face to get in line. At least in my experience, be it illness or something else external happening that feels like walls are crashing down on you. You do not want to look in the mirror, into your eyes, like I did around 5 a.m. on a cold morning in November of 2014, and know that you failed yourself before rushing to the hospital to see if you will live or die. And this is what it feels like when you wait for life to hit you in the head with a brick. You do not want to have that quality moment with yourself. It will become one of the scariest memories you will ever have, at least in my experience. I thought I was in control of my life, and I was. But the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe, was only going to wait for so long before taking over the wheel. I know it may sound really strange if you never had experiences like this, when things happen that can't possibly be a coincidence, and you know they are not a coincidence. And I know with the community that we have, we are business professionals and entrepreneurs, we solve difficult problems, we focus on facts, we care about science. We care about delivering massive value for our clients. But there are things that humans don't yet fully understand, but it doesn't mean we can ignore it if we want to be purpose-driven leaders who can contribute at a level we have the potential to contribute at. So I share with you here very private things because I know that they can help you. It will, if you pay attention. We soon will go back to speaking mostly about business strategy and consulting and problem solving and decision making and executive presence and ability to hold the attention of everyone in the room, building relationships with clients and building a consulting practice, building strong teams, and all the powerful areas we generally focus on. Those topics are not going away. They are crucial to helping you succeed. But I truly believe that you need this annual checkup and check-in related to asking this question. Is your life aligned with your purpose? And if it's not, what are you going to do about it? Because if it's not, yes, we can help you build a powerful skill set, but you will be running 20 miles per hour in the wrong direction. The powerful skills we teach are transferable. So learn them even if you don't know yet what you will be doing with your life, what is your life's work. But what I want you to give some thought to this week is the direction of your life ship. What is the direction it is heading to? Is it the right direction for you? Is what you are doing aligned with what you feel you must be doing with your life? In the next video, we will talk about reevaluating your life and understanding what drives you and why. If you don't want to miss any resources on this topic, follow the link in description or go to firmsconsulting.com/promo, FIRMS consulting.com/promo to access very powerful resources that I'm sharing with you with no cost. And then also, if you found this video helpful, please like it, subscribe, share. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts about what I shared with you today. Stay focused, stay productive, do good things for the world, and I'm looking forward to see you next time. Go and have a big life. The world needs you to be a purpose-driven leader, and the only way you can be the best leader you can possibly be is if you align what you do with that fire and drive inside of you, which relates to what you're supposed to be doing here.